Greetings and welcome to you, bravest citizens of our new world. It's me, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. This is our Layer 4.0, and today I am once again your kind and benevolent DM. Because today we are going to be playing ourselves some more Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but wait, we're not doing the B team today. We're back at it again with the A team in the arena! Yay! All right! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we found ourselves back here with our wonderful players. Rolling down the list here, we've got Spooty Poots playing N, our big ol' snake person.
Yay!
Woo!
It's Spooty Poots.
It's Spooty Poots. And we got Casey coming in playing Floop, our Grung Druid.
Hello!
And of course, we've got Warden coming and playing our Thrycreen Monk Keeper.
Greetings. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and last but certainly not least, we've got Shaskar coming and playing Zax, our Goblin Artificer.
Who is also on camera on my stream.
Oh, dope! Nice. Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are using the
Yeah.
same. You guys are using the same, the thing, same microphone.
Cuts back on double talk.
When last
Okay.
we left our adventurers, they had just made their way into the grand arena of the kingdom of Autometh. Now some large-scale competition has been put on by not the king himself, but by some of the people living within the kingdom in an attempt to see if they could measure the same metrics by which the previous parties have had success, to see if it was truly the diversity of their parties which granted them their unique strength. As you guys were in the waiting room, you were each given strips of cloth to tie to yourselves in some fashion or another in different colors. Your team is the blue team. You received strips of light blue cloth. The other teams are green, yellow, and red. And everybody in the large groups makes their way into the arena itself. As you make your way to the middle, a goblin standing, slightly smartly dressed, holds up a pink rod that glows brightly, and as he speaks in it, his voice booms throughout the rest of the arena itself.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Autometh Games first seasonal competition!
And the crowd goes wild.
All this time, Jax has been shooting sparks of color across over our team.
Yeah, shooting out the sparks and stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Floop is anxiously croaking.
As you guys make your way into the arena, the bleachers are absolutely packed in a way that has never been seen before. And as you're all there, making your way in, you are met by a strange sight standing there waiting for you in the middle of the arena. Some of you may know this character, some of you may not. This particular fellow is the leader of the Tortle village to the east. He's the chieftain of that village by the name of Kulak.
Can you spell that?
Koolack.
I just want to hug him.
He
Kool-Aid Man.
is,
All right.
thankfully this time, already standing in the middle of the arena, and nobody has to wait for him to get out there. And as he's there, he nods and smiles at each of you as you approach. And again, the goblin walks over, hands him the rod for speaking, and he smiles and nods down towards the goblin, holding the rod up to his mouth. He then speaks in a way that the whole of the audience can hear.
Welcome, each and every one of you. As some of you might know, strength is not always found in swords, or hammers, or axes. Strength sometimes is found in the mind.
He slowly taps the side of his head.
Shall we begin with a game of riddles?
There is some applause.
Come upon.
Somewhat.
Each of the groups stands ready as he begins his first riddle.
What can fill a room but takes up no space?
The crowd falls silent, and each of the other groups scratch their chins and heads, deep in thought.
I raise.
So much possibilities.
Zax raises his shielded hand up into the air.
And he points.
Yes.
Applause.
He smiles and nods and goes,
I will accept this.
Zax throws up his hands and like waves to the crowd with a big grin.
Floop just turns to Zax and claps excitedly. Oh gosh, you're so smart!
I know.
Many things can take up space and fill our rooms, but many of those things are not physical in nature, such as applause or light. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What are they?
Floop just bounces up and down and waved both her hands.
Yes,
Steps!
that is correct. Perhaps the winner of this contest will leave many steps behind in our kingdom and in the world above. What breaks and never falls? What falls yet never breaks?
An eerie silence falls over the whole of the arena.
Zax instantly throws up both of his hands once more.
Yes?
Silence.
Slowly, he shakes his head no.
Oh.
Floop lifts her hand.
Hmm?
The dawn.
That is half of this answer.
In that moment, Furkick, the other friend of Keeper, who is there,
Yeah, the keeper.
shoots his hand up, and the Kulak nods to him,
Yes?
and from his side he shouts out,
It is day and night. This is correct.
What the hell team's fur kick on?
Keeper smiles and claps.
Yeah, Floop
you
cheers
will-
for kick as well.
Yeah. So you guys are on the far left, sort of in terms of your like how you're situated. To the right of you, there's the green team. They have Furkick, a lizard person who kind of looks like an alligator, a turtle, and a gray orc. They also have with them a huge fucking boar that has a saddle on it. To their right, continuing down the line, is the yellow team. They have another gray orc, a ghostly-looking person with a skeletal horse and another turtle, and then finally at the end is the red team. There is a goblin holding a weird-looking lantern, a lizard person with like a big red and yellow fringe, another turtle, and that one orc that you guys encountered on the road.
So we're the only ones that don't look like we brought him out?
You guys have brought a mount. 2 other groups have brought
brought
mounts.
I am currently riding on.
Oh,
the-
you are riding
Yeah,
on
he's
it? Oh, okay. I
currently
thought you
sitting
had
on
it,
top
like-
of his mechanical thing that he's got with him.
I thought you had it packed away,
No.
so
I had
you could
that
like
one.
throw it out and be like.
No, I had been prepared.
I,
All right.
I
Well,
came prepared.
well, yeah, but for grandiose
For presentation.
flourish. Yes.
Boom! We got ourselves. Oh my god. So a community boost this stream thing started, and immediately we have to get to 16,750 volts. And we are already up to 4,000. Now 6,000 volts, 8,000. You guys are blasting right through it. Thank you so much. By doing this, we help to contribute to raising awareness for the channel. So thank you. Also, thank you
Hooray!
everybody for coming on out. This has been a huge amount of fun.
So yeah, noticing that other keeper was on the other team and answered the question, like, Vrail like looks over at him, and I think Vrail will remember this.
Vrail will remember this. All right. Up next, he says,
If you drop me, I'm sure to crack. But give me a smile, and I'll always smile back. What am I?
Keeper raises his hand in the air calmly.
I almost
Okay.
I almost
yeah, I was gonna
raised
say,
my hand
everyone
and
in
then
the room's like,
almost-
"Ah, bah, bah."
and then put it down.
He gestures to Keeper.
The answer is a mirror.
That is correct.
Kulak beams at all of you as you guys have been just absolutely blasting through all of this, and it's so great.
I look over at Furkic in the other just like on the other team, and just give him a smiling nod.
Furkic in the other group turns and beams back at you and gives you like a thumbs up. He's really excited.
I knew there was gonna be thumbs up around between them at some point.
He's just like, play.
Like, yeah, I'm doing it.
And now, for our final riddle.
There's a ooh that goes over the crowd.
What does a man love more than life? Hate more than death? That which contended men desire. The poor have this, the rich require this. The miser spends this. The spendthrift saves this. And all men carry this to their graves. What am I?
Another hush falls.
Keeper slowly again raises his hand.
God, you guys are so fast. My timer's on this end. I'm like, hey, start my countdown, and it's like immediately answer. I'm like, fuck. He gestures to you happily.
Keeper kind of smiles because this is an old saying that some of his old masters used to say. The answer, of course, is nothing.
Correct.
And as the crowd goes wild, he waves and hands the microphone back to the goblin and waves as he exits the arena. The goblin then brings the microphone, clambers up sort of the side of the arena on a makeshift ladder into a sort of little box that's been set just to one side of the king's viewing booth, where there is an orc with a great big set of tusks sitting at a desk, and the goblin sort of goes in and joins him quickly. The two of them then sit at the desk looking out, and the orc begins to speak into another similar device.
Well, that was a great showing that we've got so far from all of the people out here, but I gotta say, the blue team is showing some real chutzpah out in the field.
And everybody goes crazy.
That's right, Tusks, we got ourselves a real good game coming up here. But up next, we got ourselves a foot race.
And everybody goes absolutely bananas. Now, of all of the groups that are there, only of the other groups, let's see, Furkick steps forward from one, and the lizard folk from the red team steps forward as well. Nobody from the yellow team steps forward on this particular thing. They seem to only have 3 members in their team. They're sort of down a person.
So it's only one person per team?
It can be as many people per team.
Okay, so, but it's not like a rally. Like, it's not a, what's it called?
No, it's a rally. That's a rally race.
Relay.
Relay race.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a relay race?
No, it is
Where
not.
you pass off the thingy? Okay.
Let's
Well,
see if
then,
this works.
I just
That does
motioned.
work. All right, sweet.
I just motioned to,
I go.
Keeper.
Yeah, I turn to my
steps the
team.
fuck up.
I turn to my team and quietly say, "All right, I've got this."
Stand back. I got
Right.
this. All right, there we go. So,
And then I
those are the
step
2
forward.
people that step forward from the other teams.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And the orc Tusks speaks into the thing.
All right, so everybody knows the particular rules of the foot race. As many people from each team can step forward. If you win, that counts points towards your team. Don't worry, we're not keeping track either. It's just a general census kind of thing. We'll maybe figure this out a bit more if somebody cares to do that in the future. But we're going to be doing ourselves a nice foot race round the edge, and it's the first person to make 3 laps around the outside of the ring, rather the inside edge of the ring.
Yeah, it's the inside edge of the ring.
Right, so it's the inside edge of the ring, and whoever it is that makes their way around, they'll be the people to win points for their team.
About what's the circumference of this ring about?
I will show you this ring. Let me just move that to there, and I'll bring you guys in to have a look at the arena that we've got set up for you.
Oh, that's big. And Warden cannot be heard.
Oh, and that is full of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me
Now
a
we
bit to
can
get all
actually
the
see how
all the
big
people in there,
Grail
but
is.
we got it. But yeah, so you guys don't need to move your icons anywhere, but this is really just to give you an idea as to how big this space is. Over on the one side there is like the sort of entrance area that you guys came up in, and you can see, of course, down at the bottom of the arena, that is what is considered to be sort of like the King's viewing booth, which at
That's
present stands empty. And let's see if I can.
That's some aggressive looking audience.
Yes, that's what was available. But yeah, so that gives you a general idea as to what you're going to be looking for. Everybody who is going to be racing gets ready over at the one side and prepares to make their way around the edge of the arena. You guys are going to be doing a series of checks, and because of his absolutely bananas nature, you will be rolling with advantage, Warden, because your character has... What's your fucking speed that you move at every round?
60
Yeah.
base.
Yeah, base 60 per round. So...
But before Keeper goes off to the start and like separates from the group, I like poke him and ask him, Hey, do you need a little bit of a boost, or have you got this?
Do you need a boost?
I don't know what's permitted. Hold on.
Yeah, only my viewers can contribute bits to the boost thing. We're at 16,000. There's 750 bits left. Behold, the spaceman hath returned. Hey, Az! Good to see you here. Hell yeah, dude.
I am not sure what is permitted. If we are permitted to use magical boosts, or if this is just based on our actual foot speed.
3, 2, 1, left off, boost completed. You guys can absolutely not use any kind of like magical stuff. This is just purely based on your physical capabilities of running.
Okay.
Never mind.
No, it's okay. I've got this.
You were gonna cast haste on him?
Maybe.
Like, if you casted haste on Keeper, he was going to like explode into a different dimension.
Yeah, that,
He was gonna go back to the future. Like, that's...
gonna get hit
Back to the
88
future.
miles per hour.
88 miles per hour is
not fast now.
way less
Yeah.
speed than Keeper
Yeah, the
hasted.
keeper at base speed.
Keeper gonna absolutely hit 88 miles per hour. As you guys are in the arena, you do see out around the edges a number of people that you recognize. Like there's some of the UNT are there. Keeper, you see your other friends from the monastery. Floop, you see Floosh and Roosh in the crowd, the two frogs that are part of your village. Zax, you see a lot of the other goblins that were out there with you. And you even see Fibge. He's also in the crowd with his little purple hood, cheering you guys on.
I shoot colorful sparks in their direction like once or twice.
They go fucking bananas for that.
Are they Yuanti that I recognize or ones from the town?
The two that you saw from the town are there
Okay.
in the audience.
So none from the temple?
From the temple, you see two of the large abominations like yourself in an upper back area, flanking on either side of a shorter gentleman. Oh, Jim.
Noted.
Yep. There we go. Thank you. Sorry.
Who is this gentleman?
It's your brother.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? It's your brother. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Son of a bitch.
I clearly step out and go and join the runners.
All right. So, we're going to be doing a series of kills checks. So get your stuff ready. We'll see how you do on this one. Sorry, I am just quickly double checking. No, I really did leave that nowhere. Okay, I'll have to find that later.
Now I have to ask. As I look for where our starting position and ending positions are. And glance around the circumference of the arena. Now, are our starting positions staggered?
Yes. In the
Okay.
name of fairness, your stuff is a little bit staggered. Also, thank you so much, Kara. Gifted a tier 1 sub to Az. Thank you so much. Also, thank you everybody for boosting this stream. We really appreciate all the work that you guys are doing out there. That does mean a lot. Thank you again. All right. So, as you guys take your place around the outside, you are actually standing right next to your good buddy Furcake. And he turns to you and he smiles and he reaches out like to shake a hand.
I reach out and shake one of his hands with one of my larger hands, and with my two lower sets of hands, I kind of give him a like a palm salute and a slight bow.
He absolutely like gives your hand like a nice little shake and does the same thing.
May the best bug win.
And he turns and gets ready on his blocks.
Yeah, because they know damn well.
Oh yeah, you're like there's a very good chance you're about to shame the crap out of this poor lizard.
On your marks. Get set.
Go!
At the sound of the go, Zack starts shooting sparks into the air.
Oh my god, the music.
Sparks shoot out of the air. Give me a dexterity save, or athletics or acrobatics, whichever you'd prefer.
Acrobatics. Bam.
Bam.
With
26. Jesus Christ. All right.
Natural 19.
Okay.
I'll go for that for my
Natural 19.
cranking my legs and giving myself a nice boost.
Yeah, you absolutely blast off of that thing. The absolutely keeping pace with you is Furkick. He is perfectly keeping pace with you. You guys blast off of the original thing. You guys are just like absolutely taking right off around the corner of the outside of the ring, moving at breakneck speed. The lizard folk guy, for all of his speed, makes it like to the end of the for the first quarter through and just stops because he just like throws his hands in the air and goes like, ah, fuck, and like walks into the middle, shrugs to his team, and just like walks back, and they shrug back at him. All right, you and Furkick are neck and neck, making your way around the edge, coming around to your first lap. You're about halfway through your first lap. Roll again for acrobatics or athletics. Your call.
Zax is jumping up in the air on his mount, cheering.
It's a 20. Furkick pulls ahead slightly. It is still neck and neck. You guys are making it to the end of your first lap. As you guys are just blasting along. Roll again. 14. 23. Furkick is absolutely pulling it off. As you guys are making it through your second lap, around to the end of the first half of your second lap, roll me Constitution.
Constitution save or Constitution skill
Save.
check?
18. 19. All right. As it's coming up to the finish line, give me one more roll for acrobatics and another Constitution save.
All right. Bam.
23. Jesus Christ, it's 27. Give me a Constitution save, though. 14 to 9. So you guys are absolutely like neck and neck. He's pulling a little bit harder ahead of you, but you've learned to conserve your stamina because this is a longer race than anticipated. As you guys are making it to the end, he does not make that DC, and about like 20 yards from the finish line, he collapses out of exhaustion onto his hands and knees, breathing really hard. You blast past him and cross the finish line.
Can I screech to a halt before the finish line and try and go back and help him?
Absolutely. You make it to the finish line. You turn around, walking back to where he is. The crowd goes nuts. Walking over, do you help him up?
Yeah, I help him up.
Yeah. As he gets up to his feet, he smiles to you. He's heaving for breath. He is absolutely out of it. And sort of like stumbles over to the finish line with you guys together.
Yeah, and we cross the finish line together at the same time.
Braille shakes her damn head.
Vrail shakes her head.
That was amazing, ladies and gentlemen, the end of our first race!
Everybody goes absolutely fucking nuts for that. And once again, the two announcers get together and go,
Well, that was a good showing from the blue team out there. They really figured out how to pace themselves insanely fast. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I've never seen anybody run that fast, and I'm pretty sure that they're using some kind of illegal drugs, but we have no testing for that, so we're gonna move on to the next thing.
everybody in the crowd goes absolutely insane. People are going fucking ridiculous for it. Up next.
As I'm kind of helping, before that, as I'm kind of helping Furkick past the finish line, I use my telepathy to kind of communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
You had this, man. You had this, Furkick.
I may be faster, but you could certainly run further. And there's something to be said for that, I'm sure.
Even in his
you were
mind,
clearly
you can
about to
tell
finish.
he's so exhausted. Like, he absolutely, like, he ran actually a little bit further than he probably should have, and burnt himself out because he was so concerned with beating you for speed that he absolutely just, like, wore himself clean out and, like, burnt out and collapsed just before he reached the end.
For a kick.
Good sportsmanship shown by the blue team out there. I imagine that should count for something.
And he pours over some of the papers on his desk. Like,
Whatever. All right, so moving on next, we have ourselves a guest coming in from the upper parts of the Black City.
and everybody goes, ooh, over the
Zax
audience.
shouts out, "We're not keeping track of the score anyway."
Or just slap him in the shoulder.
Shut up. Entering into the arena is a figure surrounded by what appears to be an almost supernatural amount of shadow. Hold on, let me see if I can find their picture. It was not far back, but it was far enough back that I appear to have. I haven't lost it. I just don't want to go like blow past it while I'm looking for it.
He's got it, guys. He's got it. It's fine.
I got it. Just
Fine.
relax.
Fine. Got it. Just
Fucking
chill.
chill out. There they are. Entering into the arena is a character surrounded by an almost supernatural amount of shadows. As she strides into the middle, some of you would recognize this person immediately as Tonberry, leader of the vampire group that owns like a large brothel in the upper parts of the Black City.
Tonberry!
Momberry!
So Ton strides into the center of the arena, then looks across each of you, and when she speaks, her voice doesn't echo throughout the arena, but her voice does, in a sense, sort of like permeate the space around you. It is ever present. When she speaks to you, it is as though she is speaking right next to you, despite the fact that she's easily like 100 feet or so away.
This voice carries.
She fades into the foreground.
Like, she's not, and you can see from where she's standing, she's not raising her voice. Just when she speaks, her voice is ever present around her. And then when she does speak, she says, "Not all things are strength. Not all things are intelligence. Sometimes you must use other forms of control." And she pierces into each of you as she looks across the group of people that are gathered. Roll me a will save.
Zax waves.
Zax waves.
What do you mean by wisdom?
Wisdom. Thank you. Yes. That's
okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still stuck in like old D&D times. 16, 7, 24. Oh my god.
Will save, hold on.
Dice do not like me.
Not terribly. But you're still 16. That's fantastic.
I don't see the will, I just see wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save. Yes.
Wisdom
Sorry.
Wisdom save,
That was
works.
my bad.
That's it.
As she looks through each of you, there's just like this wave of what you would recognize to almost be a primal form of dread.
That's no effect anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and absolutely, like, you feel it, doesn't face you. You've stared at people worse than this.
I'm
off.
staring her down.
Yeah,
I'm staring her
like,
down. You know what?
your eyes burn back into her. You like looking over the other groups of people that are gathered. Some of them are really not okay. Different members. Furkick absolutely like falters and sort of like moves to stand behind some of the other people. The ghost in the yellow team stands their ground, staring back, the orc that is in the last team, in the red team, the guy that you ran into on the roads, he absolutely stands his ground. He does not appear to move at all. You're curious if he's even taken notice of the fact that this person is here. As she looks out over each of you, she then speaks 3 words that, again, permeate the space and are ever present around her. Lie to me. Does anyone step forward? The announcer booth makes no sound. People in the audience are quiet as the fucking grave.
I may have the best chance in my team.
All are allowed to attempt.
So Zax is going
I
to
have no
begin.
deception whatsoever.
Yeah, you know
Zax
what?
did not succeed his wisdom save. Zax is not allowed to participate in this one. I'm very sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
The DC on that was 10. You did not make it, my champ.
Zax's like happy cheerful wave has become kind of sullen and just kind of waving like just waving at some creepy guy.
Ducking behind the controllers in your mount, like just like shrinking inside of the giant mecha spider.
Floop is just gonna climb onto the mecha spider and softly pat Zax's back to help him calm down.
Aw. Yeah, tiny squad.
Yeah, Keeper's also gonna turn and try and help just kind of stand and silently support.
All right, then I walk forward.
All right, so you step up to where she's standing.
Slither forward.
Nobody from the green team steps up. Nobody from the red team steps up. From the yellow team, a ghost steps forward and joins you at your side in front of Ton. Her burning gaze continues to sort of look between the two of you. Then she gestures to N.
I take some consideration into who I'm looking at, basically. How much, how big is this person? Like,
It is a human-sized individual, yeah. Like, for all intents and purposes, she would be human if she wasn't so very obviously a vampire.
Like, as goth as every goth wants to goth.
Oh, yeah. Like, the long black hair, the really, like, gothic, like, the image there, but, like, is sort of surrounded by this darkness that is protecting her from the daylight.
I have to think of a good lie.
Did she walk out past the people? Like, is there a clear path between me and the path that she took out into the arena?
The door that they're appearing to be entering from is from, like, the far northern end.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on the opposite side of where we are.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where they enter the arena to offer their challenges to you. Calendros. My brother is an upstanding member of the community.
Yeah, no.
Bullshit!
Regardless of N's personal grudge against her brother, there's no way in hell that she would demean the other top member of her community, especially in front of a bunch of people.
Now, depending on the lie that you make, dictates the DC of your deception
Yeah,
check.
I can't just be like, "Hey, I'm purple," and I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not.
You're not just gonna Alex Jones this, no.
Don't say that you're a vegan snake either.
You're not even peace.
Fuck. I'm trying to think of all the history and stuff that I barely know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is tell a lie.
Yep. Tell her how humble you are. No, that's a high DC, Kara. It's a high DC.
Luke just waddles
Tell her
to.
how humble you are. Oh god. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, you can't make that DC. No, the giant golden snake person. Very humble.
All right.
You gonna sing
All
the
right,
"I'm
all
So
right.
Humble" song from from fucking Lonely Island?
Okay.
Luke just waddles her way to Anne and tugs her armor. So she looks at her.
I look down at Floop.
She gestured for her to come a bit closer so no one else hears. And she just said, "You can't just say that you do more than tolerate your team." That's
I just wave Floop away.
Shoot, get out
No.
of here.
No.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
That being
She
said,
just
she did
waddles
listen to
her way.
Floop for a moment.
She was very, very proud of herself.
I
because
turn
I'm pretty sure that she broke it, like, burn.
Like,
I turn back to the vampire. And,
her
my
gaze is
posture-
still fixed on you.
Yeah, my posture is perfectly straight. I don't give a shit about that bitch's fucking wisdom save bullshit. Anyway. And I say, we won't win this entire championship.
There is like a hush, just the quietest over the crowd, and from the announcement booth, you hear this, "Fuck," from the microphone. Roll me deception. 19. Okay. All right.
With advantage.
Unless I'm rolling with advantage. Either way, that's a 19.
That's a
good
19. Ton grins a wide, toothy grin at you and gives you just the slightest of nods. And then turns to the ghost who is standing to your immediate right, the person from the yellow team. And then once again, she gestures to that person to continue. The ghost sort of looking up at N, looking at the vampire, looks back at their team. Their team shrugs, looks back over and is like,
I look at the ghost.
yeah. The ghost just looks dead on at Tonberry and says,
I still live.
Yeah, they goofed it. Tonberry, again, doesn't falter, just nods. Looks over to the announcer booth and raises a hand towards N.
Keeper claps.
Yeah!
I move back with the team.
Zax makes a single poof of sparks, but then continues to kind of huddle inside his spider mech behind the controls.
Make some sad, scared sparks.
the spider mech's curled legs are in.
Yeah, it's trying to get small. So Tonberry, after gesturing, smiles, gives a polite little Queen of England kind of wave to some members of the audience, turns and leaves the arena. The people in the audience are immediately relieved by what's happened. Shortly following that, as you guys are standing in the space that is there, hold on, let me get him. Here we go. The next challenge is announced as you make your way back to your groups. The ghost looking a little droopy for what happened.
Up next, of course, the best thing to have on the field of battle is not just a good sword or an axe or a hammer, but good healers, good support,
are excellent out in the field. Up next, we have our healing challenge.
Entering into the arena from the far side, walking its way into the arena is Ogron.
Hey, that's the guy with words.
Yep.
Was
He
it-
makes his way into the middle of the arena, standing about, I'm going to say, maybe like 20 feet away from where you guys are. A little bit closer to the two center teams. He holds in his right hand a massive stone spike. It looks like basically a huge D4 made of rock. It is real pointy. He then looks at it in his hand and goes, puts it on the ground, lifts a foot way up in the air.
Zax throws out his hands. It's like, no, don't do it.
He steps on it. His foot crashes down on top of this thing. You don't see the other end of it poke up through his foot, but his foot goes flush against this thing. He then leans back and hard sits on the ground. You can see that indeed the huge stone spike is embedded in the bottom of his right foot.
Aww.
He then takes an index finger, points at his foot, looks to all of you and goes,
I smile and wave at him. See, like,
He doesn't
Hey,
say
that guy.
anything. He's frowning like you didn't do the dishes and he told you to, but you didn't though. And he keeps pointing at his foot with his right index finger and just keeps every now and then, his voice booming through the arena. Everybody who's in the arena is just like, oh shit, what the fuck are we like? What is he gonna be okay?
Zax climbs down from his spider mount.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's allowed to participate in, I guess, getting this big thing out of this creature's foot.
I
don't know who thought of this.
I turned to Floop and asked if Floop needs a ride. Or hold on, I turned to.
Floop just
Do you need a ride?
Floop just hugs her staff, and she looks at him. That's very kind of you, but I might poison you. And she waddles towards the big guy.
I go with Flute.
Zax throws up his hands and say, "Wait, I can help too," and like trots after.
So, of all of you that
Everybody but Keeper.
that are going forward, one person from the green team and one person from the red team step forward to join you. From the green team, you have one of the turtles. He looks especially cantankerous, and you're not sure if that's because he's a turtle or if it's because he's old, or maybe both. It's hard to say. It's probably both. From the red team, the one goblin steps forward, who's got a little lantern and a stick. And some wacky-looking tattoos on his face. Ogron, this creature is of massive size. So he's one size category above large. And he's sitting there with this huge stone spike sticking out the bottom of his feet, pointing at it. So those two go forward, and then from your group, it's Floop and Zax. Is that right?
And me.
And you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So each of you guys step forward. You're all sort of standing around there. And yeah, he just keeps pointing at it.
I climb up onto his leg, and speak to him in giant. Why did you do that? This here, let's here, we'll help you out. We'll get this thing sorted.
I'll pull the stone out.
Give me a strength check to pull the stone out. Right before you do that, though, in giant, he says back to you, "Fix!" It is almost impossibly loud because you're so close to him. Roll me a Constitution save.
Me too?
No, not you. You're just doing a strength save to pull the stone from his foot. It's super loud. You get shook like a little bit, but you're okay. Grabbing a hold of the stone, you give it like a good hard pull. It is really in there.
I see N doing this, and I'm like, wait, I can help. Give me a sec. And I like go into one of the pouches on my belt, and I pull out a few metal filings and dust one of my bracers on it, and then I point at N, slap my other hand on the bracer, and rub it forward, and cast Enlarge on N.
Holy shit.
Can you cast Enlarge out in the thing? Can you click it? I need to know.
Yeah, put it in the chat. You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. The duration being concentration up to a minute. Creature or object that is neither worn nor carried. If the creature is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell has no effect. If the target is a creature, everything it's wearing and carrying also changes size. If they go from medium to large, for example, if there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the creature or object attains a maximum possible size in the space available until the spell ends. Okay, so this, from medium to small, for example. So in your case, you go from large.
Advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's
Massive.
weapons also grow to match the new size.
Nice.
And do extra damage.
Do 1d4 extra damage, yeah.
So basically, what matters here is the advantage on strength checks.
All right, give me another strength roll
All right, I
with advantage
put
this
my
time.
hands together and grab it again and do it again.
13. You manage to just get it loose. As you just really heave into it, the
I'm
whole
also
of the
huge
audience.
size.
Yeah, you're huge size.
I'm the same size as this guy now.
Yeah. Crowd goes absolutely nuts as you manage to pull this huge spike rock out of his foot. He continued, he wildly enough, as his foot now has a huge bleeding, gaping hole in it, he doesn't seem to make a face, but he keeps pointing at it.
Okay, so the rock is out.
The rock is out.
I use Cure Wounds on him.
Roll me that spell.
Live at 1 for now.
Bam! 5 healing. You do a healing worth of 5. You see that the edges of the wound stop being as severe, and it closes a little bit, but there's still obviously a large wound that's there. Does anybody else in the party make an attempt to do anything before the other two combatants arrive?
I will take a small bundle of rags that look like they're a little bit sticky, and
God.
I will slap them on the wound as cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Roll me that. 11. You manage to get these sort of things, and as the healing takes hold, you see the wounds seal up a little bit more. But there's still a hole. However, it has gotten considerably smaller. He continues to point at it, frowning.
Then
Oh, yeah.
I take this. I take this as a cue and roll my eyes and also cast Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds. Do it.
I cheer everybody on.
Yeah.
Oh, what level? There we go.
There we go. Bam.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry. First one.
So with a 9 healing, the wound is almost entirely closed.
I try to do it again.
But just before you manage to, one of the other two combatants, the goblin, gets up. He gives a little smile and a wave to Zax. You would know this goblin from your quarter. He dabbles in some small alchemy and other basic magics and things like that. He waves his lantern sort of back and forth, and he goes, and casts a small healing spell. though it appears as though the wound on the bottom of Ogron's foot is unaffected.
I give a smile and a wave, and then kind of deflate a little bit as whatever he tried to do doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he kind of like shakes his lantern a little bit. You would know this goblin as Snoz. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. That's Snoz. He's sort of like your town healer, but mostly deals in like salves and painkillers. So this may be a little out of his scope. You're not sure.
He's a physical healer, so it'll take a while.
I'll give anybody an opportunity to do one more thing before the turtle finally gets here.
I'm gonna do cure wounds again, but I'm gonna use it at a second level to use another slot from superior level.
Do it. Roll it out. You do like a great big last push of healing magic, and the wound on the bottom of Ogron's foot finally seals up. The turtle who was coming out to like with his walking staff finally gets there as the wound closes, and he goes.
Extra grumpy now.
You're like, God damn it. And Ogron then like gets up to his massive feet and goes, and turns, walking back out of the ring.
I showed after him in giant. Have a good time.
He turns briefly and like waves over his shoulder at you. You think he's smiling. It's hard to tell. He continues to walk out of the ring. As he's leaving, though, two Graveguard enter the ring, each of them carrying a very large clay pot filled with dirt. The Graveguard are the skeleton guards of the kingdom. They wear like heavy black plate, and each of the skeleton's eyes has that pale blue glow in them as they bring out their things. They still have on them the sort of like the great swords and the heavy shields, but they've been sort of strapped to their backs as each of them are carrying out these really big clay pots filled with soil.
Is this different from the folks that were marching through the streets?
No, it's actually the very same.
Okay.
It's one more of them. You're not sure if it was the same ones you saw the other day.
No, I just mean, are they the same kinds of, like, that's what they're called, that's who they are.
That's the Graveguard. There's a couple of different names that people have for them throughout the throughout the kingdom. But yeah, as they come in, they then place these two large, I'm gonna say there's three large pots on the ground. And each of these large pots, they're maybe like 4 feet wide, huge things filled with dirt. Each of them have a little dry stick poking out of them.
Now, of course, the last test that we've got for the healing challenge is going to be growing these here plants. I know there's a lot of people out there in the kingdom that are particularly inclined towards things like nature and such and so forth. A lot of our crops are grown by such individuals. So come on up, step up and see what you got.
Floop waddles forward.
I turn to Zach. I turn to Floop as she begins to waddle, like, well, I got nothing here, and I pat her on the shoulder with my glove, and then kind of look at how sticky my glove just became.
Like,
Better wash that off.
It's okay, I got this.
Yeah, I cheer Floop on as well.
As you guys walk up to the large clay pots, you, Floop, walk up to one, the druid turtle walks up to the other, and Snoz walks up to the third. And as you guys are standing there, the orc then over the mic goes,
Ready? Begin!
I use plant growth.
link it for me in the chat. Wow. Channels vitality into plants with a specific area. There are 2 possible uses for the spell, granting either immediate or long-term benefits. If you cast this spell using an action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on a point become thick or overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So you make like difficult terrain, you super grow stuff. There isn't a particular growth for this, but, or rather, there's not a particular skill used in this check, but.
Yeah, no, it just happens. It looks
Yeah,
like
it just happens. I'm sort of like, I'm thinking about, is there a way to
performance.
like a nature check?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, nature check
probably
would
nature.
work.
Yeah. So on top of doing that spell, give me a nature check.
Okay.
Roll me nature.
Oh no!
Okay, so
I have.
as
I think I have advantage on nature.
Why?
Isn't that what you say when you have a proficiency?
No,
No,
proficiency
that just
gives
adds your
you an
proficiency
additional
bonus.
to it, so you're adding your proficiency bonus, but you rolled like 1 + 3 + 2, which got you still a 6. The plant that you touch grows real good, and it shoots out suddenly into these like massive vines that then like turn into these huge roots that pierce into the ground of the arena, and it grows into this massive tree, and these like huge branches shoot out all over the place. It is growth entirely unchecked. It is incredibly powerful, but it goes all over the place, right? The turtle steps forward and attempts a similar spell as he touches the soil. And the tree grows into like a modest bush, and a single peach is formed on the side of it. And the turtle goes, and nods at it. Snaz, the goblin, steps up, takes out a little vial of something, shakes it, opens the cork, and dumps the contents into the pot. The stick is summarily disintegrated. So he just stands there staring at it, and shrugs, and then turns back to his team and shrugs. And like one person on his team shrugs back at him, and he goes, "Well, I tried." And he walks back to his team.
Zax throws up his hands as he's about to climb into his Spider-Man and goes, "Yeah, go Snaz!"
Fuck up that plant.
I think I poured the wrong stuff on it. I think this was acid. I gotta label my bottles.
Yeah, the healer, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you should probably put better labels on these, Yzma. So the crowd, after seeing the two of you do your respective nature checks, goes insane. And then the two of them return back to their groups, and the orc gets back onto the mic.
So that was an interesting display of what you would typically see for not just healing people, but also healing the land in the event that there is a great sickness or some such. A great deal of the surface has apparently been turned into wastelands, so I've been told. Sounds like a lot of malarkey to me, but who's to say?
At
Anyway,
this point,
My fucking jaw
Vril-
clenches.
At this point, Vril shrinks back down to her normal size.
No! Yes.
All right.
And as he says that, the two plants that are in the pots sort of reverse backwards into tiny sticks. And some of the members of the Graveguard come out, pick up the pots, and walk back away with them into the other side. Following as they are leaving, a single individual makes his way striding into the center of the thing. He is as well surrounded by a strange aura of darkness, but he is clad in a red-lined suit. His face also covered, it seems, but you can very obviously tell through his sharpened teeth that this particular individual is indeed a vampire. He makes his way into the center of the arena, standing maybe, I'm going to say, 30 or 40 feet away from each of you. When he speaks, he does not speak in a way like Tonberry did, where his voice permeated. He shouts in order to be heard by your group. He lays down the next challenge for this arena. Staring at each of you, he shouts 2 words. Seduce me!
Oh, God.
I don't have music for this.
Oh no.
I don't know what to do. Here we go.
What the fuck did we roll for that now?
Persuasion, I would suppose.
See you later, Jay.
You can't hear Warden.
Charisma, probably.
Just straight charisma.
I don't know. I'm not doing it.
So you guys are gonna, it's the same as deception. You guys are gonna go up there, and then whatever you say, or however you present your flirt with him, however you choose to attempt a seduction, will then set your DC for this particular case. As it stands, you can roll between a number of things. You can roll a deception check, you can roll a performance check, you can roll persuasion, or if you decide to go this roll, you can try intimidation. But it
You
really
guys
does
got
depend
this.
on your flirt.
Fuck.
This is not my area of expertise.
That's okay. If you need to clean your keyboard, you go right ahead, Casey.
Well, Zax climbs up onto his spider mount and starts fiddling with the controls and begins to slowly walk towards him.
All right, cool. So this thing, you absolutely like turn this thing on, and you approach. Of the group, let's see of the other collected teams of people that are here. There is from the green team, the lizard person steps forward. Her name is Abigail P. Gator. One day she wants to marry a dragon.
Oh my god! I love her! Down right now.
Nobody from the red team steps forward, but from the yellow team, the gray orc, from the B team, you guys would remember that this was some of the orcs that were brought into the kingdom by your guys' dealings that you had with the gray orc tribe. This individual steps forward, and so her and Abigail are standing there. Does anyone from your team attempt to approach?
Okay, I'm back. I'm never drinking soda while I'm playing D&D.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry!
Yes, Zax definitely does approach.
Okay, so Zax
still riding
approaches.
his spider mount.
Does anybody
Riding
else
his
from your
spider
group
mount.
approach?
I cheer on the members of my group who approach.
Are you sure? It looks like the chat was real excited for keeping it going.
You're like, go keep her! Yes, Raider, I did.
I think Zax might be the only one.
All right, if Zax is the only person.
No. No, I'm going up.
All right,
I'm
cool.
going up.
So
Yeah.
so Zax and both approach. He stands there with his ridiculous fucking cape, like squared up, looking very seriously at anyone who approaches. At first, of the group of people, let's see. And I'm gonna, yeah, you know what, we'll do that. Abigail P. Gator steps forward.
Yes.
Of the people that are there. She's like, you look like a mighty strong person. And you got big, sharp teeth, just like me. I imagine we could get up to all manner of mighty fun together. She maintains a great big positive smile. The Vampire gives her a confused and severe look and goes, "No." And then turns to the rest of you. She shrugs and goes, "Yeah, not a dragon anyway," and walks back to the
I love her!
My name is Abigail P. Gator. I'm gonna marry a dragon.
No, the whole game is about her now. I don't know.
I will seriously make you an entire fucking game about Abigail P. Gator if you want.
I'm not going next.
Looking, you know what? Let's see. Hold on. UN are 1, Zax is 2, the orc is 3. Zax, you're up.
Alright, so I walk my spider mount up, and then I have it raise up a little bit and stand on top of it so that I'm eye level with him.
Okay.
And I look him dead in the eyes with a grin and say, "You know, I do have magic fingers." And then I wave my hands in front of myself and actually create little crackling flames as I sultrily wink at him.
So you put on a little show, a little razzle-dazzle on it. I like that. Give me a skill roll.
Whoo!
Holy fuck!
Good God. He gives you a really severe look, and he goes, "This is acceptable." And then
I smile, give him another wink, and then sit back down in my spider mech.
Nice.
all right, so you are 1, the orc is 2. He turns then to the orc, and he goes, And the orc steps forward, looks him in the face, and just like does that like slight head tilt up, like "What's up?" Like just like does that little thing and like pops her eyebrows a little bit.
You right. Ooh.
He just smiles back, gives her the same gesture, and is like, "Very nice." And finally, at last, he turns his attention to N. "Seduce me!"
Who slithers up. Like, is a full, like... No, she like, gets about a foot taller than him because, I don't know, she's more than half tail, so she can. She says, "I am one of the leaders of my kind. I have been for many generations of people. You should be seducing me."
Oh man, give me a skill roll for that.
Oh.
Oh, it's a 12.
It's a +6!
It is a +6. That's fucking awesome, and it was still... Yeah. With the "you should be seducing me" thing, he like frowns at you and goes, "Seduce me!" You have another shot to use a different skill check and a different line.
And I say, I turn away, I look over my shoulder, and I say, "No."
Oh, give me... Oh! 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 The crowd goes nuts! He literally, like, gasps and steps back a little bit and goes, "Oh! Oh!" Oh, and like gestures to you, and the crowd goes insane. And thus ends that.
Thus ends that.
Yep. He then turns with a flourish of his ridiculous fucking cape and walks out of the room, out of the arena, to the continued ridiculous applause of the audience going absolutely nuts for that particular thing.
Certainly more than one way to crack an apple like that. My goodness, is it hot in this booth or is it just all of whatever that was? Shit. You got it, Tusks. Up next, we got ourselves something a little more bloody, a little more interesting. We have, ladies and gentlemen, open duels. That's right,
He says as he's up in the booth.
One member from each of the groups may challenge to single combat any member from any one of the other groups. You issue a challenge, and then it may be accepted or denied by the person in the other group, and it is 1v1, and upon completion, each person will be restored in terms of their vigor and their health. It is a fight to unconsciousness. Whoever is no longer able to continue fighting will be done as such.
Crowd goes insane for that one. We now move to the arena map.
So 1v1, you say?
Indeed. Of all of the people that are present, once this announcement is made, one of the individuals from the red team steps forward and raises a huge green hand, and with his voice says, "I challenge." The orc steps up. Oh, dip, 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 dip. There we go. The orc that you guys met on the road steps forward into the arena. He then turns and levels a finger at Keeper.
Ooh, calling you out.
Keeper steps forward and calmly smiles and bows in acceptance.
He moves to the center of the room there, standing a short distance away, and gestures for you to join him on that square there.
Okay.
You can
Okay,
move your
and
you can move
there?
your token.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna move back.
Yeah, as to
This
say,
is
the
where
rest
fight's
of the
gonna happen.
members who are currently present, each of them take steps back to around where the pillars are. If you guys want to move to, in and around back there. All right. A deathly quiet falls over the entirety of this place.
Luke's gonna have to move her token.
Oh, here, I'll just boop. There you go. I can move you right there. You can stand a bit closer to Abigail.
Yeah. Yes.
Abigail P. Gator.
She's amazing. I love her, and she should be in our party.
I want this one.
No, Vrail doesn't give a shit, but I want her in the party.
So, a silence falls over the arena as the two of you square off in the middle of the space that you have available to you.
Am I in the right spot, or?
Yeah, you're in the right spot. The orc that is standing across from you stands square and strong. Before the battle begins, he takes a massive green fist and he pounds it against his chest. "I am Gurtrick. It is my honor to fight you."
I stand up straight, plant all four of my hands into one fist into a palm, and I give him a respectful bow, and I say to him, "I am Keeper. It is my honor to accept your challenge."
Begin!
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Hold on, and we got ourselves some shit for this. Here we go.
Just
Ooh,
It's a nice initiative.
it's a good initiative.
All right, let's see what you got. 20. My God. All right. Let's see what he's got. 12. All right. All right. Oh yeah, our turn tracker is
Whoa.
still filled with players, so we'll just get those guys out of there. Good trick, and he rolled his 12, so I'll add that in there. Bam. All right, your go, dude. What do you do for your first turn?
I am going to ready an action. I'm going to take a stand and take up a readied stance. I'm going to ready an action. Well, if he comes at me, I'm going to kick off of the pillar next to me and kick him.
Okay, so that's like the feet over there, and then you're gonna run in and counterattack.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let me just get that, and I'm gonna put that over there so that I don't lose it. There we go. All right. He waits, sees you kind of move your footing or however it is that you choose to get ready, and just with his two hands lets out a deafening roar and runs across the field at you.
Which triggers my readied action.
You've activated my trap card.
Yeah.
All right, so you move to the pillar and bounce off. Where do you land when you come back to him? About there?
Well, I kick off the pillar, and then I'm going to try and kick off of his, shoulders, I guess, and land behind him.
All right, roll an attack.
That's just unarmed strike.
Ooh, 18. That does hit. Roll damage.
I
You
just
can
click
click
the damage type.
You can click the unarmed strike sentence, words on that.
Just there. Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, you do your damage. Get me over there. There we go. 8 damage. All right. So, 8 bludgeoning he takes. All right. Your hit lands square in the back of his shoulder. He turns to you, goes, "Argh!" and tries to lay a huge fucking hand on you, swinging. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
It does not. It goes wide. And in that... Yes.
It's my turn again. Oh, unless he has more to do.
He gets 2 attacks just because he's using his fists, and
Yep, no, it's fair.
he has it's a barbarian thing that when he's
all
raging he can use his bonus action to try and hit you again. Does a 19 hit?
No.
He misses again with his huge meaty fucking paws as he's swinging around. It is your turn.
As he swings, I'm going to take a quick jab at the inside of his arm.
Okay.
I'm aiming for the inside of his elbow with 2 quick strikes.
Oh, dude, nice. Yeah, 22 and a 21 and a 21. And then a 21 again, technically. You absolutely, you land 2 quick hits. Roll me damage. Oof. Damn, son. That is 16 damage. Your 2 shots, pat, you hit him hard on the insides of his elbows. You are aiming for a weak point. It does not seem to faze him as he is almost at this moment impossibly mad. He raises his 2 hands above his head and brings them crashing down into the ground in an attempt to crush you. And he rolls like so. It's a 22 hit.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
He hits you for 10 as he mashes his 2 hands down, one of them catching you on their way down. In doing so, he engages a grapple. Where is it? There we go.
Oh.
Using a skill of Tavern Brawler, whenever you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use your bonus action in an attempt to grapple that target. It is a composed strength athletics or acrobatics check. So in order to get out, you can use either strength athletics or you can use dexterity acrobatics to get yourself free. he, in this moment, uses his athletics. There's an 18. You got to beat an 18 to get out of him.
With an acrobatics check?
Acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, either way. Oh,
17.
No.
As he brings his two hands down, one of them catches you, and as you reel from the strike, he grabs onto the side of you with one of his huge fucking meaty hands. It is your turn. You can attempt on your turn to try to break out of the grapple. But it requires, again, either it's a contested acrobatics versus his athletics to get free. Otherwise, you can continue attacking. He's just holding you. You can keep hitting him, but you can't move, is the only thing that grapple does, is it stops you from being able to move around.
So trying to get out of the grapple, that's my action, right?
Trying to get free of the grapple,
Yeah,
I
that would be an
believe,
action.
is an action.
That takes my action. So if I can attack as a bonus action, I can attack as a bonus. Can I attack and try to get free?
Let's have a look here at conditions. Grappled. It ends if it removes the grappled creature. Yeah, grappled creatures, your speed becomes 0 and you can't benefit from speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. It also ends if an effect removes their ability to grapple you. I do know that you can do an opposed grapple check, but it's either... It would be your attack action to try to break free.
Yeah, so you'd still be able to use your bonus action.
You could still use your bonus action to attack, but it would be your attack action to get free of him. All right. So a 17. Let's see. A 20.
Oh, God damn it.
As you twist and turn to try to get free, his hand is so powerful, he manages to keep a grip on one of your arms as you're, like, flipping and turning. Like, you absolutely should be able to wrench yourself out of him using your superior speed, but he manages to just keep his grip on you. He's so strong. You can still attack from here.
All right. Then I'm gonna spend 1 key point to use my flurry of blows to let me make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. 2 unarmed strikes. Oh man, nice.
Those are to hit.
Those are to hit. Yeah. Unfortunately, with a 10 and a 9. Both of your attacks, as you're swinging at him, you just can't quite get your footing as he's holding on to you like this.
Yep. And that's the turn.
And that's the turn. On his turn, he is going to use a grappler feat with his athletics check to pick you up and throw you towards that pillar over there.
Whew!
DC for that's pretty
5,
high.
10, 15, 20.
Yeah, he doesn't get
From
you too far.
35
He gets
feet?
you about there. So he throws you to that location on the ground. Roll me an acrobatics check. Oh, geez, yeah. As he, like, lifts you up and whips you with his one hand, you flip through the air, land gracefully on your feet like it was nothing.
Can I instead choose to land what looks like flat on my face and lie there still?
You know what? Yeah. Roll me performance.
But I just rolled the acrobatics.
What, are you playing dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you didn't take any damage. Okay, so that's a 13. His wisdom and intelligence aren't great, so it's entirely possible he doesn't see that. Now, that was his attack action. He still has a bonus and a move, which he's going to use to immediately approach you and try to smush you.
Damn it.
Now, let's see, though, with a wisdom check to... Actually, what is it? Is it opposed charisma to see if he sees through... Yeah, because that would be...
It would be an insight check.
That's an
wouldn't it?
insight check.
That's insight, so that is wisdom,
Yeah.
yes?
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
but
Okay.
unless he has insight proficiency.
He super
you just
doesn't.
click.
He doesn't get it.
Whoa.
He thinks
There you
that
go.
he thinks he laid you the fuck out. He runs up and makes an attempt to attack. Do you spring your trap?
Yes.
Okay, roll me one bonus attack with advantage.
Ooh.
Unarmed strike 24. That absolutely hits. What do you do?
I want to spin kick, like his attack. Like, I want to spring my foot up and hit him in, like
to block his attack towards you?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to allow that. As he brings one of his huge fists up to come down at you, you spring up and kick his fist to the side, and it plows hard into the ground. Just next to where you were. It just misses you. It's your turn.
All right, now I'm gonna hit him with 2 attacks.
Get it.
I'm going to. Look, while he's his one arm is to the side, I should have an open shot at his chest. I'm going to try and land 4 shots to the exact same point in his lower rib cage. I'm aiming underneath the pectorals to try and injure a rib.
Go for it.
By landing repeated strikes in the same in the exact spot.
Now,
Yeah.
here's a question: is this
23.
a called shot?
It's mostly for flavor.
Because
It's
called
mostly for
shots
flavor.
do
If you're
other
doing
things.
some certain clever things, I'm willing to allow a little bit of play.
It's for flavor.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's so much bigger than me. So far, even my direct strikes to what was his weak points didn't seem to phase him. So I'm gonna try and instead use overwhelming force in a focused point to try and do some damage despite his massive size.
So your first unarmed strike lands square where you were aiming, into that area, just like a side of his fucking rippling abs, right into his ribs where you can see them, and you hit hard. But your second attack that attempts to strike the same area hits just a little bit above, straight on the ribs, and it's like hitting a brick fucking wall. It is a hard spot on him that you land on, so you get damage for your first strike on that.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to then use 1 key point to cast Patient Defense.
Ooh.
To take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn.
Oh, instead of using Flurry of Blows?
Correct.
Okay. And that allows you to
Doing
disengage.
damage for that first punch.
No, it means all his attacks against me for the next turn have disadvantage.
Oh, dope.
You still didn't do damage for that first punch.
Yeah, you gotta roll
and
damage still for
better.
your first strike. 6 damage. Lands
So That
hard.
was to the arm, right? That was to the arm, right?
No.
No.
The first one you did to the chest.
Oh, okay.
That is -6. This is... There we go. Okay. And that is your turn. Now he has disadvantage on attacking you because you've made a defense. He does not seem to notice nor care. Screaming with hatred, he swings his massive paws at you, again taking 2 swings at you. That's a 14 and does a 20 hit.
No.
It does not. Both attacks barely miss. The second one just moving past you as his huge fists swing through the air angrily. It is your turn.
Let's see. Since I have the mobile feat, when I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, so that has to be. I gotta move after. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make 2 quick attacks with him. Once again, aiming for to try repeated strikes to the same spot.
Go for it.
On his ribs, all I can. Bam, bam.
Oh man, both of those attacks. No wait. Tie goes to the defender. The first strike does not land. The second strike, though, as you hit the same area harder, absolutely does some damage. 9 bludgeoning.
All right.
That is
Then
very nice.
I am going to.
With that second strike, you definitely hear something crack a little bit.
Excellent.
Nice.
Is that your
Since
turn?
No, since I don't provoke attack of opportunities, I can move safely. Each square is 5 feet or 10 feet?
5.
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 35.
The crack was keepers and nipples.
Let's see. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
You better be blowing Abigail a kiss. I don't know.
Actually, no, it's too close to that other team.
It's
go.
within range. Like, you can move to that area. It's legal space.
Yeah.
As you move up to that area, he as you run swiftly to that location, the members of the green team, including Furkick and Abigail, are like, "Oh!" as you get close, but are happy that you stop at least a 5-foot distance from where they're standing. Yeah, the dust kicking up from there. All right, so. On his turn, once again, roaring with anger, he blasts towards you, crossing that distance. That is his maximum movement, though. Running out. He swings his massive fists at you again, swinging for 16 and 14. Missing both attacks narrowly, his huge fists swatting through the air, trying to get a hold of you. It is your turn.
All right, let's see. I'm going to spin around and try and land a quick punch to the same, a spinning punch to the same, to try and land in the same spot to try and cause more damage.
Go for it. Ooh, that's a 19. That hits.
Yeah, but I'm just going to do the one.
Okay, roll damage. 7 bludgeoning. That does damage to him. He's looking pretty rough as you nail him once again in the ribs in the same spot. You can see there's a bruise forming on that area, and it's definitely softening up a little bit. He, though, for all of the stuff that you are doing to him, does not appear to notice as he continues angrily to swing at you with his fucking mitts. Is that your turn, though?
No.
Okay, so you've hit him the once in that one spot.
Yeah, I'm going to spend another key point to make 2 unarmed strikes with Flurry of Blows in this same spot.
Okay. Okay, the 9 misses, the 19 definitely hits.
That should be bludgeoning. I don't know why it's doing.
Why it's doing
one.
slashing? That's fine.
Yeah. Bludgeoning.
So that's another 10 bludgeoning damage. Your attack absolutely hits hard on the same spot, and you do a truly rough amount of damage.
And I can still move?
Yep, you still have your movement.
All right. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
That's...
Whoa. Went off my screen there.
Oh, can I leap over him backwards using my standing leap? My high jump is up to 15 feet with or without a running start.
Now, the
Long jump up to
defensive
50
thing that you did, that you spent your key on, how long does that last for?
That was just for the turn.
That was just for that turn?
For the dodge action, that's just for the other turn.
Okay.
It's like
You do have the ability, though, to attack, and then if you strike, you're able to disengage without getting an attack of opportunity. Is that right?
Correct. With the mobile feat, yes.
With the mobile feat. If you land a hit, then you can move away from them, and it won't do the damage.
Correct. That's for the rest of the turn. And then with the key point, that was the dodge action for their next turn. For the enemy's turn. One's for avoiding attacks of opportunity, the other is for just giving the enemy disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, and is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so, sorry, let me just move this so that the people at home can still see. You absolutely, flipping over top of him and then running in the other direction. He turns quickly and sprints after you. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to have to use his attack action, 5, 10, to get that last distance in. And, again, using his bonus action, attempts to swing one of his huge fucking hands at you. Roaring with anger. He swings. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Damn it. He's swinging and missing at you. You can see the burning hate in his face as he's doing this. But you would recognize it's not an anger towards you. It's a very general, all-encompassing, all-consuming hatred as he runs at you doing this. It is your turn.
All right. Let's see. In his anger, I'm going to try and backflip and give him a good, firm kick with my leg in the same spot to try and also, at the same time, create some distance between us.
Okay, roll to attack.
And I get a second attack.
Okay. It's 16 and 9. Your first hit absolutely strikes, but it does not appear to do any damage. Your second hit misses narrowly, as your first strike didn't really take as much as you'd expect.
Okay,
Both of those
but the
do
first
technically
strike, the
count
first
as
one
misses.
hits, right?
No,
Okay.
they both technically count as misses, but it was
Gotcha.
you met his
Gotcha.
AC, so tied to defender.
Gotcha. All right.
If you move away from him, he will get an attack of opportunity on you in this particular case, but
Says when you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for
Oh.
the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not.
oh, whether you hit or not. Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
I got some hydrates and some no cursings. I'll refund those points. I didn't get that.
All right. So I'm surprised that this guy was still able to catch me. Like, after
Yeah,
that
he's-
last big sprint, he's
Yeah.
still able to keep pace with me.
Oh yeah, he's moving quick. He's sprightly for a big guy. Like,
All right. And then
it's
I
sort of
move.
like how the Incredible Hulk moves amazingly fast for his size. It's alarming almost. It's kind of in that sense. Like huge green guy runs. Oh my god. All right.
You just speed away from him.
Yeah, you turn and speed
more
away up the thing. And is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, let's see if he makes it to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He just, like runs across the field towards you, and again, takes another swing at you with an 11. Fucking
Now-
You have
whips.
to take bonus actions. to
Which
get
does
to
not
you.
hit. Can I try and use his momentum from that raging strike? Can I try and grab him and throw him in, continuing in the same direction, like using his own momentum against him to like throw him back?
That, my man, is, I'm going to say that's a contested grapple. You would have to use acrobatics against his athletics.
Yep.
Yes.
You can.
I'm gonna roll it.
10 versus 26.
Boys, too mad.
He's got advantage on athletics and strength-based skill checks when he's raging.
Fair.
You attempt to like fucking be water and move him past you, but you like tap tap tap, like just touch the side of his muscles, and you don't seem to add any momentum to him to cause him to lose balance. And he like lands a fist hard into the ground just next to where you were standing.
Okay. Fair.
It is your turn.
Ooh, that was close. All right, this guy is a lot more immovable than I expected.
Yeah, water doesn't move the man the size of a dam. This is Galandros.
It will eventually.
All right, let's just land a quick flurry of blows. 1, 2, 3, 4. All like using another key point and my flurry of blows.
Absolutely, yeah, that gives you 4 attacks.
Ba, 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 ba.
1, 2, 3, 4. Out of those, 2 landed, 1 was a crit. Roll your damage.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2. 2 landed, 1 was a crit.
Yeah, so the
Okay,
17 and the 27.
So I rolled a 10, that one,
Click
And then the-
specifically those ones.
and then the crit.
Which is 7 and 6. All right. All right. So that's that, and 7 and 6 together is
25 damage.
25 damage.
Total.
Oh, it's 25 total?
Total.
Yeah, between
the
the
two of them.
between
Okay.
the two hits.
No, it's 23. 7 and 6 is
that's-
13. Plus 10. It's 23.
I'm not this wrong.
That's okay. So yeah, you land this like absolute flurry of shots at him. Like all of your hits are absolutely landing as you just lay in hard with all of your strikes at once. However, most of your hits, it's like hitting those fucking stone dummies back at home. Like, your strikes are hitting, but you're hitting something that's just too hard. It doesn't look like you're doing a lot of damage in certain areas. That, or maybe he's just not noticing. It's hard to tell. He is really angry. But you are making ground on this. Like, you are absolutely doing damage to him. There are certain areas of him that are starting to bruise and show damage, so you are making ground. It's just slow and steady in this particular case.
Yep.
You still have your move action. Would you like to take
I do. Yes, I would. I'm not standing next to this guy for longer than I have to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where are you going?
25, 30, 35. 60.
So there?
We are going over here.
Yeah.
Behind the pillar.
You spin around that pillar, like moving at like crazy pace. He turns and in just like frothing anger continues to shriek and yell as he crosses the ground towards you, yelling and just swinging with his hands. He comes at you again. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
And a 12 does not. With his 23, 11 and 2.
Oof.
He lands 13.
Ooh.
I am quite injured.
Yeah, he manages to just, like, with one of his big fucking meaty paws, he gets, like, a hard cross, and he manages to catch you just in the torso, and it lands nice and square. It is your turn. Oh yeah.
Right.
If you can do the minus 13 on your HP.
I did. Unless yeah.
There it is. Okay, it wasn't showing. That's my bad.
Yeah. So I had it. I didn't like click it to finish. Like
Yeah.
the field was entered, but I needed to like push enter or click somewhere else or something.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I am bent over and bruised and bloodied at this point. Oof. This guy's showing no signs of slowing down yet.
He looks real fucking angry. That's about it.
Okay, fair.
Like, he is still, like, hey, you know what? Here, roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom save or
Yeah.
insight check?
You know what? Insight. Roll me insight.
God damn it.
With a 9? You know he can't keep this up forever.
Yeah.
That this kind of anger, like, you remember your master telling you that the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
All right.
That there's no way he can keep this up. But the question is he going to run out of hatred or are you going to die? Like, that's the...
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make 2 extra attacks. Like I'll make my 2 attacks at him quickly while I can. Give him two quick jabs. How exposed is his lower half? His legs.
His legs. He doesn't seem to be protecting any part of his body.
I'm gonna try and make 2 quick strikes, solid strikes to his knee.
Go for it.
To his right knee.
You hit, with the first attack, your fist lands square against his knee, and it was like hitting a rock. It doesn't seem to do any damage. Your second strike towards it comes from the side, and it also doesn't seem to have... This is like when the Dread Pirate Roberts was fighting Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride. Like, it's like pat, 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 and it's like you're hitting him, but you're not sure if it's doing anything. Unfortunately, those attacks don't do any damage.
Alright, well then I'm out of here. Moving on diagonals, is that 50 or 10? 5 or 10?
There is a ruler that you got to the tool that you can use to kind of measure out where you want to go. So from there to there, that is 60 feet.
Right. What about that on a diagonal?
If you were to move to, it would still be 60 feet for you if you moved all the way to the corner.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it's square.
But like, yeah, if you use the ruler, like the snap to center ruler, you can be like, I'm gonna
I don't know how
go.
to do that. Oh, there.
So that's 50 feet.
That's 50. All right, well then let's let's
Yeah,
move,
if you go to
move as
there,
fast as I can.
that is a 60-foot go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like it's square.
That was just my action and my movement. I guess I'll spend a key point to take the dodge action again.
You gonna move further?
No, it's just to give him disadvantage
Okay.
for his turn.
All right. That is still. He only gets to attack you once because he has to use his attack and move action to get to you.
All right,
but
then never. Well, still, I'm way too injured to try and risk letting him.
no,
hit
of
me.
course. Can you use a key point to move further?
I can, yeah, if I use Step of the Wind. But
I'm not gonna tell you to do it, but it's just
Yeah, no.
like if you're within 60 feet of him, he moves at 30 feet. He can still get to you doing that, but he has to use his bonus action to attack you, and that's all he can do. And in doing that, he can't grapple you because he's using his bonus to already try to hit you.
so he can move twice and still. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with the Path of Fury as a ranged barbarian gives you the on your bonus action you can try to attack people. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But it comes with some drawbacks that I'm yet to tell you about. So he comes peeling across the field at you, full fucking tilt, and he swings one meaty paw with disadvantage.
Oh no!
23
Oh,
on
dear.
both.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. As he swings down with his fist, he's doing it.
And
Does
I'm
11
done.
knock you out?
Yes, it does.
All right. As he brings his huge fist across, he knocks you hard across the side of the head. You lose consciousness and fall against the dirt. The rest of the group is treated to something a little different. As you are unconscious in the moment, he turns to the audience, puts his hands up in the air, and goes, "Roar!" And the audience lets out a huge roaring cheer. He then collapses to one knee and spits a whole pile of blood into the dirt.
How hurt does this guy look?
He looks mega fucked up. So here's the one reason why you should never build a barbarian in Path of the Berserker, and that is when you rage, you fury, but when you get out of rage, you immediately take disadvantages from exhaustion. He can't fight anymore.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. You beat me.
And that's the one downside of exhaustion, cannot be healed. So he slowly makes his way back over to the group that's there. Do any of the members of your party, do you guys cast any healing, or do you wait for the group to come out and do it?
Well, you said that he cannot be healed, so.
Well, the duel is
No,
over at this
the-
point.
The exhaustion can't be healed.
The exhaustion
That's
can't
not
be
Keeper.
healed. So for the downside right now is that Hulk individual who was over there is no longer able to partake in any of the combat for today, because if he rages again, he actually runs the risk of fucking killing himself. That's how stupid that is. But it gives you an additional attack per round on your bonus action. You get to attack a second time, which is nuts. The additional downside of that is if you moved away from him and he was not able to attack you for a turn, he would have immediately dropped out of rage.
Yeah.
Well, it does, but he was able to catch me, and he was.
I
able
was
to
going
hit
to
me.
tell you that, but you only rolled a 9 on the wisdom, which is unfortunate.
It
But it was
happens.
just like, if you got away from him long enough, if you kept running him around, he just would have run out of steam and collapsed. But lesson learned, everybody in the audience is going nuts. Do any of you guys step up to heal Keeper?
Zax
yeah, I know.
does not.
Okay. Floop?
Yeah.
I'm calculating my stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna cure.
There it is. Entangle.
Yeah, I was a miss.
You cast Cure Wounds. Roll me your D8 plus your spellcasting ability. 6 healing. You are restored to 6 HP, and you immediately return to consciousness. You are then treated to the audience in the in the arena, going absolutely ballistic for the both of you. And the orc that you were just fighting, over back with his team, but he's sitting on the ground now, coughing blood into the dirt, nursing his fucking side that you kept kicking him. He's absolutely lost a rib in that case.
What an amazing display, ladies and gentlemen! My
During
God.
the fight,
Keeper kind of sulks his antenna down and kind of shuffles his injured body off back to his team in shame.
no. During the fight, I would have looked around at the other participants as well, to like kind of gauge who they are, like what they could do or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's this guy about?
Roll me insight. Or investigation, your call. I'll allow either.
Well, I mean, investigation is more about like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like searching for things.
Yeah.
Yeah, insight
Searching for
definitely. Looking over the group
Challenge the board.
that's there, like you can definitely you get kind of a feel for everybody who's on the field there. But looking at that specific orc that's next to you, it appears as though he is a ranger. He has on him a bow and arrow, as well as a like a small set of quivers to the side, like 2 small daggers tucked into his belt, and a number of other like accoutrements that would be there with hunters in specific.
And this fellow?
That fella over there, looking at him with, you know what, I'll let you carry the insight of 19 over. Gazing at him throughout the fight to kind of get an idea, he's certainly fast. You'd say that puts him somewhere probably like in a close quarters dexterity-based combatant. He has a pair of pretty gnarly looking short swords attached to his hip, and he wears leather armor.
Okay.
He's
Well,
definitely like an assassin, judging by the softness of the leather, just to sort of offer him more mobility than protection.
Mm-hmm. Then I step forward, like, to just onto the thing.
Okay.
Wait, if they're saying, like, next, like, do the next thing.
As it stands right now, nobody else is stepping forward to engage in the duel. So you slither out to the arena. Who do you point at?
This fellow.
That guy?
Yeah.
All right. He steps into the ring across from you. Real quick, I'm just gonna grab something here.
What was his reaction like?
As you step into the ring, you level a big finger and you point at him. He grins as he walks into the arena. The audience lights up.
I
Let's
unsheath
see.
my scimitar and I like ready my shield.
Oh yeah. That is nice. Okay, let me just, sorry, half a second. I'm just pulling up his character details.
Yep. I was not about to duel Abigail. She would have probably wiped the floor with me because she is a legendary creature who will marry a dragon.
Who will someday marry a whole ass dragon. How dare
If
you?
she's already married to a dragon. Like, come on.
Yeah. Here, let me. Sorry, I apologize for just a hot second.
I duel the spectral horse.
I want to fight your horse. No. What's wrong with you? Get out of here. Yeah. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go like.
You could get a simple victory by challenging the rage-crapped guy. No, absolutely not. A simple victory is not a victory.
This is about the spectacle, not all about the strategy.
No, it's about the strategy, and that guy's already basically dead. So what's the point?
There is no honor in that. There is no glory in that.
There's no glory in that. I don't give a shit about the honor in that.
Absolutely. There we go. Bam. We're gonna do that for now. Bam. We'll switch that back later. Cool. All right. So, he walks out into the middle of the arena and stands at that distance from you as he sort of eyes you up and down and goes, "You want to start this close, or how you want to do this?"
Is he flirting?
Whichever you need.
He like kind of like raises his eyebrows and nods and goes, all right. And he turns his head, cracks a bit, and goes, okay. Takes off his bow, takes out an arrow, but keeps it in his hand. He doesn't knock it. And he goes, let's do this. And just like gets a readied stance.
Alright.
And on that, the announcer once again yells,
Begin!
roll initiative.
Beep.
Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop, beep. Boop.
Oh, sorry, I have to select my token.
Yeah, if you select your token, then do it.
What is this? I don't know. Well, my initiative is 3, so I don't know how to... Unless you're just gonna give me another roll, now that I have it.
If you could take 3, I can just put you in the thing.
I can take 3.
I can say...
it's my roll.
And...
I just forgot to click my token
Frick.
first.
Alright, so you are at 3, and he is at 16. And we will put that in descending order. Alright. On the beginning, as the guy yells, the match then immediately begins. And he leaps back a few feet and opens up with his bow, firing a few shots at you, using it. Let's see.
Hits.
2 hits. All right, so that is 10 and 7 with the 2 shots. He manages to bury a couple of arrows in you.
Minus 17.
And it is your
Nope.
turn.
Actually, in reaction to that hit, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh, show me that.
At what level do I want to cast that? Yeah, no, just Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke! So he's got a
16
DC
fire
14 dex save, or he takes 16 fire damage. My goodness. Yeah, you absolutely, like, let off this fire. And let's see if he makes it, if he's got to do that dex. Okay, if he makes it, does he take half? Half on save, I imagine?
It says... Well, I just had it. I thought it would link the whole thing, but...
That's okay.
Hit the speech bubble.
Yeah, on a failed save, yeah, or half as much damage on a successful one. Yeah, so it's half damage. So he takes 8 fire as it just rushes into him. And he's like, and stumbles.
Okay.
One
So then it's
reaction
my
that you
turn.
take in response to being damaged by a creature. Yeah, so that, you do that, and now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. I cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level.
A protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temp HP for the duration, and if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, they take 5 cold. Hell yeah. So that gives you 5 temp
at
HP.
2nd level.
Ooh, at second level, both temp HP and the cold damage is increased by 5.
Yes.
So it's 10 and 10.
All right, so you get 10 HP, and if he hits you with a melee attack, he'll take 10 cold.
Whoops. Oh. Okay. What? My hit points was at 16.
So you had 26 HP, or you can put 16 in there, and then you can put in 10 on the temp thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, I clicked on the red circle and it didn't do that.
Oops.
Alright. Yeah, it just deleted my green circle. I was like,
Whoops.
no!
Like, wait.
So I move in. Whoop.
Oh man.
And oh fuck. I grapple him
Yep.
with. Hold on, I have a thing for this. Oh, come on. There. Constrict.
Constrict. As an action. Now, you did cast a spell, Armor of Agathis. So you have...
Oh, as an action.
As
Damn,
an action.
they're both actions.
So Constrict does
Alright,
take
then
an
I don't
action.
do that. I don't do
I was going to say, like, you can't cast Armor of Agathis and try to constrict him at the same
no,
turn.
I definitely mean to cast Armor of Agathis.
Oh, yeah.
And move in that close. But
You have a bonus now.
I have some bonus things. Where is it? I'm trying to find something. You can use your... Oh! Fuck. I don't know if this counts for me moving into that, or them moving into it. Because it's a reaction. God damn it. I couldn't hear Warden, but I could hear that he said something.
Oh, shit. Warden, you're muted.
Your reaction takes an action.
Does it?
No, your reaction is a reaction.
Oh, that's for a ready. Sorry, never mind. That's a ready action.
that's a ready action.
action takes an action.
That's okay.
Never mind.
It's all still fresh for some of us.
Yeah. And it's been a couple weeks, and I haven't actually been able to do combat yet with this character.
Indeed. Mercenary thinks you're a warlock. That's funny.
I mean, those are warlock spells I've been casting.
This is true.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, well, no, the 5 feet around me, which is quite a distance, like this, gets, like, the air around me gets dark black. Not so much that he can't see through it, but it's just, there's like a fog around me.
What's this?
See, I don't know if I can use it so much right now, but the air goes black around me.
Okay. What is this spell?
It's not a spell.
Oh?
It's a class feature.
Oh, it's a class feature. You gotta link it in the chat.
Well, I can't. I'm not using it yet. It's just starting. But yeah. I'll just link it anyway.
Yeah, if you could. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Necrotic spores, which are harmless until you unleash them on a nearby creature. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you, so it's actually
within
bigger
10
than
feet,
that.
sorry.
Yeah, it is actually a bigger square. Draw me a bigger square.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll remove that. So if they get that close to you, moves into a space, you can use your reaction to deal that, or it starts its turn there. You can use your reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to the
there you go.
creature, unless it succeeds on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC. The
you go.
necrotic damage increases at 6th, 10th, and 14th level. Okay. Now, this Halo of Spores, is that a bonus thing that you can do? It
No,
doesn't say.
I said I was preparing it. It's a
Oh,
reaction.
okay. Okay, cool.
So is the thing darkening around me is kind of just flavor right now.
Well, that's the thing is you can use your reaction, so instead of getting an attack of opportunity, you can use this instead to deal damage to somebody in that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Yeah. All right. It's his turn. As you fucking slither up to him, he goes, "Duh!" and attempts to hop back to that distance, granting you an attack of opportunity.
He started his turn in the Halo of Spores.
Yes. So he
So
would
before
then.
the attack of opportunity.
Well, you can use your attack of opportunity to hit him,
Or
or you
this.
can use your reaction to do the 1d4 necrotic.
All right. So I decide the 1d4 necrotic.
Okay.
So I will.
So he's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Constitution.
Against my spell save DC,
That is correct.
which he passes.
Okay. So he doesn't seem to take less damage on a success. He just manages
But it
to.
gets real thick around him for a second, but he gets
Yeah,
out.
you move up to him, and this halo, just cloud of like darkness comes out, and he goes, "Oh shit!" and he manages to like hop, skip, and jump away from you. And in that, lets out another shot towards you. Shazam! It's a 19 hit,
Hit.
and lands 8 piercing.
Which I take off of my temp hit points.
Okay,
Minus-
and it is your turn.
Oh, what? G. Fuck
turn.
it. 2. There we go. My turn! So, now I go up to him again
Yeah.
and move this with me. Boop.
Boop.
And then I attempt to grapple him with Constrict.
Go for it. So you roll with advantage, but you're rolling an athletics check. Against his, he's got better athletics than he does Well, actually, no. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a
Only
choice,
slightly
but-
is he better at athletics than he is at acrobatics. All right, so you have advantage to beat a 19. Jesus.
Yes!
So yeah, you fucking wrap around him, and he's like, and yeah, you may
Which does
constrict a
2d6
target as an
bludgeoning
action, and then you can do 2d6 bludgeoning.
Roll 2d. Right? Just slash roll 2d6. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, slash roll, space 2d6.
Oh!
Jesus! Double sixes! You do 12 damage as you just, like, get around and start crushing this guy. And he's like, ah, fuck! And is that your turn?
I feel like I have bonus action spells.
You have a
feel
bonus
like-
action. Do you have bonus action spells?
I'm gonna look real fast. I'm
Go
gonna
for it.
try and be real quick about it. Action. Action. Boyo, is that a lot of just freaking? Yeah. That was a bonus. Where's that as a bonus? Nah, it's good. That's it. It seems.
Okay. All right. So, on his turn, he gets to try to escape. You still have advantage to get Gafric here and keep him with you. Also, it's the beginning of the turn, so he makes a Constitution save. Does a 9 beat your spell save DC?
No.
You do 1d4 necrotic to him.
Slash roll 1, 2.
So he takes 2 damage. And then makes an attempt to get out. He's using athletics to escape. Oh, that's a 6. Roll contested athletics with advantage.
Oh my gosh.
You have to beat
That's
6.
14.
You beat 6. Okay.
Look at my bonus to it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's a 6
It's a
bonus.
6. So the only way he was gonna get out of that is if I rolled 2 1s.
Yeah, he is stuck. And as he used his action to try and escape and failed, he is stuck. He does not get the ability to use anything on a bonus action, so he continues to struggle and fuck! Fuck! As you're holding on to him, it is your turn.
Okay. So, Oh man, I gotta. Why can't I link this? Why isn't this linking? Wait,
Click the speech bubble.
boom.
There you go. Channel Divinity, Conquering
I just-
Presence. You use your
like,
Channel
hits
Divinity
in
to
its
exude
face.
a terrifying presence. As an action, you force each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet to make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes frightened of you for a minute. The frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself in a success. Yeah. Who do you...
I also
Everybody?
I choose as many people in range.
As many people... God. All right, let me check
Except
with
for those
the
in
thing.
the stand. Except for those in the stands.
Okay, so the whole of the red team is within range of you. Fuck. Let's see. First off, so what is it? What's a saving throw? What kind is it?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. Fucking no. So that's the dude you have currently constricted. That's a 6. Let me check on... where are you? Where's your character sheet?
Mine?
No, I'm looking for Gertrix's character sheet. Oh, no, that's Gafric.
Oh no!
Oh, there it is. There we go. And it's... Wisdom? Does a 12 make it?
Against my spell save?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What about... Let's see. So he doesn't make it. And Wisdom... 5. Nope.
That's fine.
And last but not least, Snoz. Come on, Snoz. No.
Nope.
So the whole of the red team is shook as you unleash this aura of this conquering presence as it just emanates out of you. The orc that you currently have constricted looks up to you and goes, "Ah!" And yeah, now conquering presence uses your channel divinity. Is that an action?
Yes, it is. It says it's on an action.
Okay,
As
so-
an action, you force this creature to blah blah blah.
Okay, so that is your action for the turn. It has absolutely succeeded. All right. Do you do anything else with your turn? Well, you have him constricted, so you can't move.
Yeah,
But you
no,
have a
I'm
bonus.
not moving. It doesn't look like at the moment because I used all of my first level spell slots. I don't have any bonus actions. It looks like.
Okay, that's all right. That is then back to his turn. Gafric has to. No, it's not even. He doesn't get a turn. He's afraid. But at the end of his turn, he gets to try to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Nope.
Which he failed.
He spends his whole turn just struggling inside your golden coils, going ah!
Oh, he does take 1d4 damage.
And he takes it. Oh yeah. Can he make saves while he's afraid? I think he can. He doesn't make it. Alright, roll me a d4.
If it's a dex save, he's constricted anyway.
Yeah. As a Constitution save, he still failed. So roll me a d4 damage. 4. There it is. Maximum. He is. Oh god. And now it's your turn. Fuck.
Yay! I was worried that my character would be underpowered.
He's just sitting there like, I had a dream like this once. It was a sexy dream.
That's okay. I'm using it to my advantage.
You still have him coiled. What do you do?
I'm continuing, like, I'm keeping the coil on him.
Yeah, like you can do the 2d6 as an action, or you can attempt to attack him with a weapon that you have with you, or you can cast, can you cast spells?
Yep, I can do anything.
You actually can, yeah.
Yep, as long as we're not, like, pinned.
Yeah.
Because that's taking, like, both of my hands as well and, like, making sure he can't move kind of thing. But that also pins me. So, no.
Yeah. Yeah, pinning him would also pin you.
Basically.
If you have the grappler feat.
Yeah, which I do not.
Such a bad feat, my god.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Kara's like, unhook your jaws and prepare to swallow them whole.
I mean, no, that's not a thing I can do, unfortunately, because the skills won't let me yet.
I had a dream.
I'm going to do let's say punishing strike.
Punishing Strike. As part of the action used to cast this spell, you must make an unarmed strike or a melee weapon attack against a creature within the spell's range. Otherwise, it fails. If you hit this person, the target suffers the attack's normal effects. In addition, a black web of necrotic energy radiates across its skin where it was struck until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly takes a reaction before then, it will then take 1d8 necrotic damage, and the spell ends. Oh, fuck.
So this is on a weapon hit.
Yes.
So
you make a weapon
my
attack
weapon
and it
hit-
adds Punishing Strike to it.
Yes. With my scimitar. 17 to hit.
A 17? Tie goes to the defender. He's got a 17 AC. However,
Alright.
you have advantage, but you also rolled 17 on your advantage.
Yeah.
And you can't get double or triple advantage, even though you have him coiled up and screaming. You attempt to, like, jab at him with your sword, but he is making a scene, and it's almost upsetting what he's doing. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't get a turn. So he's got to make a Constitution. Does a 15 beat your spell save DC for the spores?
Yes. Wait. Yes.
The 15 beats it?
Yes.
All right, so he doesn't take the 1d4 necrotic. Wisdom save for fear. Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah. So he doesn't breathe in any of the spores. Fuck. He's still stuck there. It's your turn again. Christ on a bike.
So.
Jesus wept. You are just like you've checkmated this guy. Ugh.
Alright. gonna hit him with a Reaver's Touch at cantrip level.
Yeah. Oh god. It's an action that touching your hand drains the target's life energy, allowing you to sacrifice animals or sometimes other creatures to make their vitality your own. You make a melee spell attack against a creature. You have advantage on the attack if the target is a beast. On a hit, they take 1d6 necrotic, and you gain temp HP equal to half the damage dealt rounded up.
Just at regular, I didn't boost it.
Okay.
So I rolled to hit, which is just...
It's a ranged touch attack. You have advantage as he is afraid, as he's currently under the fear effect. He has disadvantage, basically, on, like, everybody has an advantage on attacking him.
Yeah.
Melee spell attack.
How do I just roll that? Just
click the spell, actually, I think.
No.
No?
No, I can't click the spell. Is D20 plus modifier? Should be?
Plus proficiency bonus.
Plus modifier, okay. So...
Yeah. Frightened creature has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within line of sight.
That's my touch attack. With advantage, you said.
Yeah.
God damn it.
God, it doesn't take. As you like reach out with your spell to drain the life energy from this guy, he thrashes around and makes such a scene. It's sort of like you've never in your life had to try to fight someone who is behaving so pitifully. And it's just like you almost reach that, but like I kind of don't wanna like it's like you imagine in your mind all the times that you've drained the life essence from like animals or unwilling or unworthy people, and it's just you try to do it. And this guy's just like, please, and you're just like, like.
Oh, apparently I forgot to add a modifier.
Oh, what modifier did you need to add?
Phoenix says I forgot to add the modifier for my spell casting ability, which I didn't. But am I supposed to roll with the proficiency as well?
I believe
What's
so.
the proficiency? Just add that to your rolls.
Okay. Well then add 3. Both of those.
So it'd be 13 and 12.
Yeah, 12 and 13.
12 and 13?
To hit, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to
Instead of
say
9 and 10.
13 hits.
Oh, dope. All right. Well then, that 1d6.
1d6.
Flash roll. 1d6. Sweet.
All right,
takes
he
6
takes
damage.
4 necrotic damage. You get 2 temp HP.
E.
As you just like gazing down at him, drain this energy out of him. It is his turn. He's still afraid. Does Constitution 12 resist the spores?
It does not.
No.
All right. He takes 1d4 necrotic. Roll it. Jesus Christ.
Another 2.
You're gonna nickel and dime this guy to death. Does a 16 does that shake off the fear? Does
Against
that
my spell
succeed
save?
against the spell save DC?
Yes.
It does. Okay. He regains his faculties. He is still grappled. It is your turn.
Yeah. He regains his faculties as an action. It's my turn.
Yeah. And now it's your turn.
All right.
You just like reassert fear, like no.
No, I think I can only do that once a round or once a day. I don't know.
Yeah, because it uses your thing.
It only uses my
It uses your channel
well.
divinity. So however many
Well.
times you have channel divinity. Are you gonna do it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
God damn it!
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
You
again.
bastard. Alright. Alright. So you activate this aura of how many channel divinities a day do you have? 4. Christ on a bike. Alright. Well, does a 21 make it?
Yes.
He succeeds as you like just give out that same horrifying aura. He's like, no! No! Ah! No!
Alright.
Alright. It is his turn. He's still gotta make a constitution. Okay. Does the 20 succeed?
Yes.
Okay. So he doesn't take the thing. Alright. He's gotta get out now of the athletics.
Get the chance.
Ah! Ah! Alright, so athletics.
Oh, athletic is against athletic.
17. You got it with advantage. Oh, he gets free! Oh my god. He manages.
But that's his whole thing.
That's it. Well, he has movement still.
He can move.
And you've used your reaction already to activate the thing, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. He manages to wriggle free from you, and it's just like, like scurries away from you to get outside of the aura. And now it's your turn. What do you do with your turn?
I'm rereading Halo of Spores.
If he starts his turn there, or if he enters that area,
Oh, then I can choose to read.
then
I
you
can
use
choose
your reaction to
read
do
it.
the damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have, because I wouldn't have known that he would have gotten out. That's
Yeah.
fine.
He looks like shit as he is like hobbling away from you, coughing some putrid ichor out of his mouth from the spores. Ah!
So I try and move this fucking square.
There we go.
Oh,
Nope.
blow cocked.
Cocked.
Oh god. All right.
That's where it was. And I just fucking hit him.
Are you just gonna strike him?
Scimitar.
Scimitar! An
But-
11 does not hit.
Up, 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 up.
Bup, bup, bup. Channel Divinity! Fuck!
I get +10.
Strike with super Jesus! When you make an attack roll, you can Channel Divinity, you get a +10 on bonus to your roll. You make this
Since
choice
you have
after
none
you
of that.
see the roll, but before the DM says whether or not the attack hits or misses.
Oh.
Whatever. Because I was like, nah, when I saw the
second,
10.
yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Why not? Sure, +10. 21 hits him. Roll damage. I was real quick draw McGraw on that.
That's fair. Where is?
Because I mean, your best roll was literally like a 5 on the fucking D20. So it stands to reason you would have been like, I'm gonna use Divine Smite. Gonna get in there and smite. 4 slashing
4
damage.
slashing damage plus 2d8.
2D. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, and you get what? Guided strike. Yeah, at second level, when you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. In addition to the weapon's damage, you deal an extra 2d8 for a first level spell slot, plus 1d8 for any additional spell slot above that, up to 5d8. Oh, this is where they got those mechanics from for the Pyromancer thing. Cool. It is a Divine Smite. That's another 5 damage. You reel up with your sword. And let me ask you, how do you want to do this?
I put as my my sword comes down across his chest, crackling with energy. all of the spores from around me look like they go directly into the blade and through his body.
Oh, God.
Which means they will disappear as well.
Woof! You come down with this, like, hard, punishing strike against him, bringing in all of this additional divine energy as it, like, slams into him with all of these spores, doing this, like, extra blast. And he collapses to the ground, unconscious, and the crowd goes wild!
I move to go and like, finish him, but then remember where I am and don't.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing matchup!
Keeper claps and cheers for Vrail.
Yay!
And I sheath my sword and move
Swoop
back.
also claps, but she also croaks nervously.
The turtle, who's a part of his team, slowly hobbles over to where he is, casts a little healing spell, and that guy regains some consciousness, back up to a little bit of HP, and skulks back over to his party, looking pretty worse for wear.
And the arena folks go and patch us up the rest of the way? Or was it just to make sure that the people are conscious?
If you... Well, we'll see. Does anybody else step up to duel?
Zax is looking around to see if anybody is, like, staring at him or like, from the other team, if anybody's staring at him or possibly considering a duel with him.
Here, let me do a little
his
thing
mech.
here.
And his mech.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know.
Yeah. No. All eyes are currently on Envrail Alo, as the giant golden serpent just shamed a man in front of everybody. In front of God and everyone. That guy got beat the fuck up. That's the thing. If he was able to maintain that distance, like, he was doing hard damage with that bow, but you locked him up real good for that fight. So that was, like, legit
if he
strategy.
got another hit like that on me before I was able to get any temporary hit points, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
Like, one more.
All right. And then, as everybody's kind of looking nervously sideways towards N, hold on, where we go? Boop, boop. The announcer then blasts into his microphone once again.
An amazing display from everybody that's come out today for our games. And before we get to our final event, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a special thing coming up here for all of you. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, our second last event, we have the Mounted Contest.
I take the arrow out of my gut and toss it back to that other group.
He gives you, like, a curt nod. Obviously still real nervous about you.
Would everybody
just
with a
wanted to
mount
make it
please make their way to the side of the arena? Everyone else make your way to the center so that they may be able to ride around the sides of the arena.
Moving over to the edge of the arena, you see it's Abigail and a huge boar, as well as the ghost lady and the skeletal horse that's there, and then the rest of you guys, yeah, just as long as you're within the things or some such. We're gonna do this narratively, and it's gonna be through some skill checks. As he does this, the announcer pulls a lever, and in the sort of area surrounding the edge of the inside of the arena, a few things pop up, like some fences come up out of the ground, which are about chest-high fences. Some of them light on fire. The crowd goes nuts.
Being able to command your mount through combat in the strangest and most strenuous of terms is important. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you will be riding out there against these people. Up first, of course, we've got Abigail and her boar.
She waves to the crowd and climbs up on top of what appears to be an impossibly huge pig.
Up next, we have Tulioth and their mount.
The ghost waves to the audience and climbs aboard their horse.
And last but certainly not least, we have Zax Triar and their mecha mount, as sponsored by Pars Parts. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If ever you are in need of any particular mechanical pieces or fine metal work done, head on down to Pars Parts, just north of the blacksmiths, just down on Street 17.
As I'm announced, I raise my shield high into the air with the slogan, the symbol of Pars Parts emblazoned on it, and I wave my hand across myself, and using prestidigitation, a gust of wind picks up and flings dust and dirt away from both me and my mount.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So you now find yourself on your mount. You climb in, and it gives you like an approving as you hop in. Everybody else gets ready at the starting line.
On your marks, get set.
Before it says go, I cast Expeditious Retreat on my mount.
Oh shit, son.
All right. Link that for me in the chat. Expeditious Retreat, it allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. So you can move again during with the bonus. So you can technically take 3 movements per turn instead of 2. That is fantastic. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, very cool. All right. And he yells, "Go!" And the 3 of your mounts absolutely blast off into the arena. As you guys, the pounding of hooves and the clanking of the metal legs whirring and moving at extraordinary speed, you rocket into the race together with these other 2. But it's not all about speed. Speed absolutely helps, but you still got to get over those barriers. Or so we will see. As you guys approach the first barrier, let's see. Because it's not animal handling for you, the skill that you would normally use to command a mechanical homunculi, which this technically is, allows you to use your Arcanum skill in this particular case. So roll me Arcanum. Let's see. Do I still have that open? I do not. Let's go over here.
You don't need animal handling if it ain't an animal.
Go. Come on, there we go. All right. Okay, so 15. Roll it again because you have advantage. You're moving so damn fast.
Okay. Ho!
27. You blast off and vault over the first barrier that's in the way. Swiftly behind you, though, you are quickly followed by the other 2. Okay, so the horse is trailing behind you guys, but still keeping pace. The boar, however, is close behind, and instead of jumping over the barrier, it just plows through it, throwing splinters of wood and pieces of construction all over the place as it goes along. Abigail, with a great big smile, is riding on top of this huge boar going, "Yee-haw!" Chasing after you guys. you are currently in the lead, and you have yourself a good space between you and Abigail and the Ghost. Roll me another Arcanum check.
All right.
We may have a rocket-propelled boar.
All right, so 17. Let's see if they gain on you. 14,
Oh.
21. All right, so Abigail still maintains her speed, her pacing behind you. She's a good ways back, but the ghost horse that this person is riding, like this undead construct, seems to be gaining in speed, moving with an unnatural, unliving pace as it's catching up to you. You are still in first, but this thing is gaining on you as you're going. The next barrier that you need to jump over is on fire. Roll me an Arcanum with advantage. You are moving at
right.
tremendous speed.
Damn.
19. Awesome. The robot deftly leaps over top of the flaming thing, and the fire doesn't seem to affect it as you whoosh through with high speed, land, and continue skittering forward. The ghost jumps and makes it, but is a little bit singed coming through the other side. As you see, like there's like a bit of smoke trailing from its hooves as it continues to run along. Abigail blasts through the barrier, the board taking a little bit of fire to the face, but it continues to stampede forward with its tremendous power. Abigail's just like, "Oh, giant Whirlikers!" as she's hanging onto the top of it.
Well, that one was on fire.
Haven't seen a fire that big since I spilled all that moonshine. Shit. How dare you, Abigail? You turned daddy into a 5-syllable word. All right. They are chasing after you. You are still in the lead, though. Making it around. Roll me another Arcanum with advantage. 23. Ooh. The Abigail manages to catch up to the ghost, but both of them are falling behind a little bit, having taken a little bit of damage from the barrier. The both of them a little bit, so they're trailing behind a little bit. But you're coming up to the next barrier, which is still also just a normal barrier. Roll me an Arcanum to see if you make it. Leaping over the barrier.
Can I do this?
Oh! 17. You managed to get over this. There's no fire on it, so the DC is lower. You managed to get through. Abigail and this skeleton are neck and neck, and they continue to be neck and neck as the boar, the horse jumps, and Abigail just fucking bulldozes through it and continues coming around the corner. The announcer just,
Well, that's a way to do it. Holy shit!
as you guys are coming around, there's another flaming barrier now in the south end of the arena. As you round the corner, roll me an Arcana.
Is this the last barrier before the finish line?
This is the last barrier before the finish line.
Then as I get up to it, I'm going to bring up my right hand and snap my fingers and cast Thunder Wave as we get close enough to it that it'll hit.
Oh! Roll me damage.
Holy Thunderwave.
Yeah, you know what? Why not? So you, as you're riding up to this thing, let off a thunder wave. Here we go. That's better. And it slams into it. The gate is still there, but the fire gets poofed out with the damage of the thunder wave. Like it rocks the flaming wood, but it is still standing. Roll me Arcanum to get over it.
Part of Thunderwave is that it throws objects.
It does. But this is a structure. You make it over anyway, moving at incredible speed. All right. You hop over, and you have like a clean, like a solid lead coming around. Let's see if they make it, though.
The boom
And
also travels
7.
300 feet.
Yeah, it can be heard 300 feet away.
Oh yeah, the crowd lets out a cheer as you come around. As you like leap over it. You see behind you the horse leaps clear, and the boar plows through it once again. And you guys are making your way to the finish line. In that moment, though, looking over your shoulder, you see the Ghost Rider literally like snap the reins on the horse, and it bursts into pale blue fire and rockets forward at high speed. And Abigail, riding her boar, then like gives it a kick in the ribs and goes, "Giddy up!" And it like lets out a and like fucking roars forward. You are now at equal pacing with them as they rocket towards the finish line with you. You do have a lead, though. Roll me a single Arcana check, and they will each get a single animal handling in response.
Is this still at an advantage?
It is not an advantage anymore. No, they are speeding up.
Yes!
Ooh, nice! Yeah! All right! You cross the finish line with a rocket of speed. The audience lets out an insane cheer as you come by. Abigail and the Ghost Rider come across the finish line at, like, pretty much a photo finish. It's like no one can tell who came in second place.
It's on fire. You can't fucking tell.
No, yeah. They're just... The audience is going absolutely nuts. And everybody's cheering. And Tusks comes back on the microphone.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, it's the blue team again!
I'm shooting sparks in the air and making it like just a big spectacle.
Oh yeah, it's a huge. You got all kinds of like. There's all kinds of wacky shit coming out of your hands, and everybody, like the crowd goes absolutely ballistic, and you can hear the audience chanting "Blue team, blue team, blue team" over and over again. And in that moment, as you guys finish, as the chanting continues, you hear Tusks go,
"Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have ourselves our team that's going to make it to the final challenge." Will the blue team make their way to the center of the arena?
And all the other contestants are waving and smiling, and each of them make their way off of the field.
Keeper kind of keeps his antenna in his head down and kind of shuffles towards the center.
Floop!
Kind of.
Fluke just nervously waddles in the middle of the round, and her croaking becomes more like a tiny screech of fear.
That little frog.
Rail leans down to Floop and asks,
There you go.
"Do you have any cantrip healing?"
As you ask that, there is a rush of energy that comes almost from all directions in the arena. A lot of people that are in the audience are like immediately taken aback. There's a bunch of gasps across the whole thing, and in that moment, there's just this whoosh up from the ground, from everywhere, in the stands, in the actual arena pit itself, from everywhere that you can see, of this pale blue energy. And everybody is returned to full HP and has
Hooray!
all uses of their abilities back.
Ooh.
Does that include key points?
Yep. Everything.
Nice.
You are restored to full rested state.
Ooh.
You know, that's the equivalent of a game giving you a shitload of things to heal yourself and ammo before a very empty room. You know shit's gonna get real.
Yeah. When you walk into that little antechamber and just suddenly find a bunch of ammunition and health items, and you're like, fuck.
Where's the... Oh, chest high wall. Yep.
Chest high walls. Shit.
Hey, look, it's the save point.
Yeah, there's the save crystal before the room.
Fuck.
Alright.
Boss fountain. Verk.
A series of cutscenes will play before...
A series of cutscenes will play before we get... Yeah. In that moment, you see on the southern side of the arena itself, there is in the... Where is it? Where do I got it? Where have I put my thing? Where did I put the thing? Where is it? Sure, we'll use this. There's an explosion of fire from the king's viewing box as he comes into view, standing, staring down through at everybody who is currently gathered in the arena. When he speaks, it is again that sort of all-present thing that echoes out through the arena. Everybody who is present, you guys are at a distance, but you know that feeling of like when you're standing next to a speaker at a concert? Just like the vibrations that go through your fucking bones.
Yep.
There is a feeling like that you're getting from him, that there's like an emanating presence that comes from him being there. Standing to his immediate left, you see the aide to the king, Benjamin Hyde, the sharply dressed skeleton, who walks up the stairs and then takes his place standing next to the king. He, with flaming, piercing eyes, gazes down at the rest of the established people here in the center of the arena.
You who have gathered here are my chosen, my children. Should you choose to take this, our final test.
He awaits your response.
Floop would instinctively try to reach for her bucket.
We accept.
Keeper kind of doesn't say anything and considers if he should or not. He's heavily doubting himself.
Aw.
Zax climbs up onto his mount and gives like a big, huge stretched thumbs up in the air.
Yeah!
You have shown yourself to be clever, cunning, swift, and powerful. All of these are attributes held by the greatest of our kingdom. All of these are lessons still learned by us. And so you will stand against our final challenge.
He raises a hand, and erupting out of the ground on all sides of you, you see skeletons of every size. Skeletons that appear to be of human make, skeletons that one of them's a minotaur, one of them appears to be a massive ogre skeleton with a club, and a bunch of other like smaller human-sized, human sort of ick skeletons make their way into the ring in a sort of in a massive ring around where you guys are standing.
Well, shit.
In this, after all of them crawl and get up out of the ground, you can actually see that the floor of the arena itself appears to be made of bone dust. And all of these skeletons are constituting out of the dust that is sort of makes up the arena itself. These skeletons are itself the arena. And each of them get up. They have like rusted sort of shitty items with them that they clang and clack together in a sense that is very sort of threatening. The king then...
Do they have a glow in their eyes?
They do. Each of these skeletons carries in their eyes the same blue fire that burns in the king.
Begin.
And that's where we'll wrap game today.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. We are at a 3-hour mark, and I have not prepared an army of skeletons yet. I absolutely could just drag and drop them from the thing, but I don't want to because I think this is going to be fucking awesome. And it also gives me more time to prepare everything else that I've got currently set up for you after the fight. But this was amazing. Everybody, sound off in the chat. Sound off in the chat, everybody. Get in there. Make some noise.
Oh, I just had like a whole thing that I wanted to do.
Drop it, says Icer742. Drop it. Yeah. Twist it.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Pull it.
Pull it. Pull it again. Ooh.
But thanks everybody for coming out.
Yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming out to our arena game. Our next game is going to be a great big grand melee that we're going to get everybody in here with a whole fucking pile of skeletons. It's going to be a real good time. And so we'll see what's up. And until then, though, my brave citizens, I have been your kind of benevolent DM this evening, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. We are joined, of course, by our fantastic players here. We've got Spooty Poots playing Envrail Olo, our snake person.
Hi.
We've got KC, the killing chick, playing our Grung Druid Floop.
Hello.
We've got Warden playing our... I'm missing the word for it. It's a monk.
Right.
Thrycreen Monk Keeper. And last but certainly not least, we got Zax Triar, our goblin artificer, being played by Shaskar.
It's all about the presentation!
We will see you all again next time on our live stream. End of line.